Production note. The projection of moving and still images on various surfaces transforms the stage into an assortment of environments, including the Whitstein's apartment, the dream forest, as well as impressionistic flashes of Sarah's internal experiences. Throughout this recording, the narrator will occasionally mention some of these images. Act 1. Dream forest, dusk. Just a few shafts of light make it through the cathedral of tree trunks to the ground. Sarah, age 15, enters, searching in slow motion for the source of the distant voice. A flash of red moves through the trees, then disappears. Another flash, closer now. A girl in a red dress floats by. Sarah reaches out for her, trips, and falls onto a large mound of earth. Hands shoot up from under the dirt, grasping, pulling at her. Sarah awakens in her room.
Thumping heart. Easy now. Take a breath. Let it go. Peaceful thoughts like the gentle snow cool my burning brain. Morning light. Easy now. Just a dream. Let it go. Take a sip of the quiet dawn. Soon the day begins. Every day is a brand new start. Then why do I keep having the same scary dream? You can control what your thoughts will be. You have no idea what it's like to be me.
Therapist's office. Brian and Judy, a middle-aged couple, sit on chairs facing the audience, addressing an unseen therapist.
She was such a special baby. Her eyes took everything in so deeply. She would stare up at someone, and these big tears would just roll down her cheeks.
Then her body would start moving.
It was like she was dancing their feelings, feeling their pain.
It was pretty strange, like she was possessed or something. It made people uncomfortable.
Made you uncomfortable.
When she was a toddler, I made up stories for her at bedtime about all these wacky magical creatures. Then she would tell me all about the amazing adventures she'd had with her stuffed animals.
She has a powerful imagination. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, well, now I kick myself. I probably contributed to her problem.
Sarah's room. Sarah sits in bed staring at the window, rocking and hugging herself.
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
She stands, drawn irresistibly toward it. On the screens, brain synapses fire.
No.
Sarah's body moves uncontrollably. Distorted by pain, she collapses to the floor and rocks.
Too much. Something is wrong with my skin. It's too thin. So much gets under my skin. Who let you in? Can someone explain this river of pain flowing into this porous membrane? My brain, you wouldn't believe what goes on inside my head. It takes all my strength just to get up out of bed. If I could just keep their feelings outside of me, life would be so easy. I'd be happy and free. To be just like everyone else. I want to see just like everyone else. I want to wake up in the morning and go to school. Walk right through my neighborhood and not lose my cool. My cool? What a fool. I want to feel just like everyone else. Learn how to deal just like everyone else. So tired of bobbing like a cork out on the waves, tossed all around by everybody else's pain. How will I ever get a life with all their thoughts cutting through me like a knife? Ugh. My mom thinks I'm special, completely unique. My dad tries to hide it, but he thinks that I'm a freak. Even the doctors can't agree on this dis-ease of being me. Dr. DePaul says I'm schizo with a sprinkling of autistic. Dr. Hadid's sure I'm borderline, paranoid, and very unrealistic. Dr. Pascal's fascinated by my involuntary dancing, wants to write a book because she thinks I'm so entrancing. Sarah's syndrome, defined as kinesthetic transference of empathetic reactions. Kinesthetic transference of empathetic reactions. Kinesthetic transference of empathetic reactions. Reactions! Ah! I want to be just like everyone else. A family just like everyone else. I want a mother and father who get along. A safe, comfy home where I know I belong. Is that so wrong? I want to be a nice, normal girl.
Sarah? Come on, it's time.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. You know you want to.
Yeah, but...
No buts about it. You say you're so sick of being stuck in this apartment? Today is the day.
Brian pulls her toward the front door.
Here we go. Remember, it's only downstairs to get the mail. No big deal.
No big deal? How would you know?
Sarah, you can't hide away from the world forever.
Daddy, no, I can't do it.
Don't be so dramatic. You have to push through your fear. Now here we go.
I can't breathe.
It's okay. I'll leave the door open. Just keep moving.
Too much.
Okay, easy now.
Much.
One step at a time.
The sound of locks opening.
What's that?
It's just our new neighbor, Mrs. Salgard.
No people. No people.
Relax. She's a very nice lady.
On the screens, a young girl wastes away in a hospital bed. A woman sits by her side.
So sad. I can't.
Stay right here.
It's too much. It's
Get
too much.
up. Do you want Mrs. Salgard to think she lives across the hall from a crazy...
Sarah runs back into the apartment and slams the door.
What's all that screaming out there? I'm gonna call the police.
No, everything's fine, Mrs. Salgard. It's just your neighbor, Brian Whitstein. My daughter was just upset. You can come out now. She's gone.
Sarah's room. Sarah's in bed. Judy's at her door.
Sarah, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
What?
Never mind.
Don't forget to brush your hair, honey.
Why?
It's all snarly and your tutor's coming today.
No, I'm not ready.
We have a deal. You've missed so much school. Your dad's going to be very disappointed if this doesn't happen, and I don't want to give him an excuse to...
To what?
No, nothing. I shouldn't have said that.
Therapist's office.
I don't believe you said that.
I'm sorry. We haven't told Sarah yet, but Brian insists that if she hasn't improved by the end of this month, we're going to commit her to a place where she's forced to take medication, and they even use electroshock therapy.
It's an excellent residential treatment center. You agreed to this. Our daughter hasn't left the apartment in 3 months. Her previous doctor thinks she's becoming a full-blown schizophrenic. We tried it your way with your woo-woo shrink, yoga, meditation. It's not working. That quack actually told her she was an empath and might have psychic abilities.
This world could use a lot more empathy if you haven't noticed, Brian. Do you want to burn that out of her?
But she's not able to be in the world, Judy. Is that okay with you?
Sarah's room. Sarah struggles to get the brush through her hair.
I wanna be just like everyone else. A family just like everyone. Ow. I want a mother and father who get along. This is so wrong.
Living room. Doorbell.
Sarah!
You get it.
Sarah!
I'll be there in a minute.
Judy enters and opens the door. Dennis, 17, all in black with metal-studded accessories, does not look like your typical math whiz.
Hi, you're Dennis?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, please don't let my appearance mislead you. It's my sociology project. This week, I'm doing extensive research on the Velvet Underground and Andy Warhol's influence on late 60s culture.
Great job. You look just like Lou Reed. You understand about Sarah?
Sarah enters without them noticing.
Oh, yes, I did some reading about the underlying psychology of...
Hi, I'm Sarah, the one with the underlying psychology.
Well, I'll let you two get on with your work.
Judy leaves.
I want you to know that I didn't mean... that I don't hold any judgment about your... challenges.
Thanks. And I don't hold any about yours.
Thanks, I guess.
Sarah looks at Dennis quizzically, then down at her own body.
What?
You seem more nervous than I am.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to seem so...
No, it's okay. I'm not...
Not what?
Not getting all... Ugh, it's okay. I'm such a weirdo. So, what's the plan?
Okay, algebra and chemistry.
As he takes out some books, his backpack falls over, spilling out its contents. Sarah gets down to help him. She hands him something and they touch briefly. On the screens, synapses fire. Dennis freezes.
What's this? A swarm of bees buzzing in my arm. What's this? My head is ringing like a fire alarm. Wait, why is the room suddenly reeling? Why can't I tell what he is feeling? Come on, Sarah. This is a cliche right out of Hollywood. I'm confused. Does this feel bad? Or is it good?
Sarah freezes.
Nervous tremors, sweaty palms, breathing rhythm increasing, altered function of the brain, rational thought is decreasing. I've read about this syndrome in books. The experience is stranger than it looks. I know exactly what is happening here. It started right when I looked at her face, and now my heart is beating very hard, my pulse beginning to race. There is a chemical explanation for everything that I'm feeling right now. There is a scientific reason for the hair standing up on the back of my neck. Oh, wow.
Is this my imagination? It's hard to ignore. Sparks were flying from his fingers. I should be scared, but all I want is more.
A massive release of phenethylamine, triggered by a predisposition to her smell, is causing my pupils to dilate and various parts of me to swell.
This can't be imagination. It is such a strong sensation. Every time he touches me, I feel a fluttery rush. Something pressing on my chest. Is this why they call it a crush?
I don't believe in magic. Reason saves the day. Life can be very tragic if we let ourselves get carried away. Carried away.
I wonder if he feels what I feel. Or is this one more thing I'll go through alone?
I wonder if she feels what I feel. It's the most disconcerting combination of systemic disturbances. The most disconcerting combination of systemic disturbances and phenomena that I have ever observed.
So, where should we start? Chemistry or algebra? Take your pick.
Neither? They're not really my thing.
But they hold the keys to the secrets of the universe. What everything is made of and how we can figure out how to figure everything out.
Really?
Let's start with algebra. Understanding the use of equations is essential. Everything follows certain rules. If we understand those rules, we can use an equation to make sense of the unknown factor.
Dream forest. The girl in red runs through the trees. Sarah falls. The hands grasp at her. Sarah sits up and rocks.
Please show me who you are. I'm so tired of running, searching, falling down. I'm afraid to sleep, scared of all those bleeding, grabbing, clutching hands. Why are you calling me? Why do they always try to pull me down? Can't I have this one safe place where I can dream? A place where I can dream without this nightmare.
Are you okay, honey? Can I come in?
Yes, Mom. No, Mom.
Breakfast soon.
Okay, Mom.
Sarah crosses to the window, braces herself, and peeks out. Synapses fire. Her hand goes to her head.
Ah! Mom!
What, honey? What's wrong?
The man, he fell down.
Breathe, honey. Who fell?
The man down there. You have to go help him.
Oh, I don't think that's a...
Oh, too much.
Okay. Calm down now. I'll call an ambulance.
Therapist's office.
What the hell was he doing out there?
He had a stroke.
I'm not surprised. His brain must be pickled in vodka.
He needs our help.
Listen to you. Are you forgetting who this man is?
No, I'm not, Brian. I know he wasn't the best father to you, but he's got no one else.
I've got to go. I'm late for my flight.
Brian?
It's Orlando. Biggest insurance convention of the year. Someone in this family has to earn a living. You think I like traveling all the time? It was your idea to take him in. You deal with it. And don't think this will distract me from what we have to do with Sarah.
Brian exits. Sarah's room. Sarah's pacing. Judy sits on the bed.
Every night? For weeks? Why didn't you tell us, sweetie?
I don't know. He was just some old guy with all this strange stuff in his head. I felt so crazy lately. I thought maybe I was imagining him or something.
Well, you weren't. He's your grandfather, and he's very real.
But this is so... Dad never... I thought he must have died or something. Why haven't I ever met him?
Well, that's something you'd better ask your father about. Listen, honey, I'm sorry, but if I don't get the bills in today's mail, they're going to be late. I'll be in my room.
Judy exits. The den. Aaron, a man in his 80s, is on the bed, his head wrapped in bandages. Sarah enters and hangs at the edge of the room, watching. Aaron tosses in his sleep. On the screens, flashes of a ship on a stormy ocean. She steps forward and touches Aaron's hand. He calms down. A man in his 40s with dark hair and a kind smile bends over and looks down. The image fades. Sarah turns and starts to walk away.
I'm thirsty.
Surprised, she turns back.
I'm so thirsty.
Sarah helps him drink from a cup with a straw.
Thank you, child. And who are you, my angel? Am I dead?
No, I'm your granddaughter, Sarah, and you're here in our apartment.
No, this is not good. I shouldn't be so...
It's okay. You need to rest. We're going to take care of you. Grandpa, I'm confused. They said you couldn't talk.
So who's talking? And since I'm not talking, how would you happen to know what it is I'm not saying?
Oh boy. Now this is great.
What is so great?
I can hear you, Grandpa. loud and clear.
I don't understand.
I can hear you, Grandpa. Something I should tell you about myself. I'm kind of weird. I feel things and see things that no one else does. It's really weird.
You mean that you're hearing my thoughts?
Kind of, I guess.
Aaron looks off into the distance. Flashes of a campfire, a close-up of a beautiful girl smiling.
I think I knew someone who was like you.
Like me?
A memory up from the dark. Gone now. It's gone now.
Oh, Grandpa, please try to remember.
It's probably nothing. Just that extra blood in my head.
It's important to me. I want to know all about you.
I'm not sure how I feel about someone hearing my thoughts this way. Hearing all my thoughts this way.
Usually it's just these pictures in my head or a feeling in my body, not words like this. Grandpa, did you really know someone like me? Grandpa?
Aaron has drifted off to sleep. Sarah paces.
Someone like me. Someone like me. Could there really be someone like me? Imagine meeting another person who goes through the same crazy stuff. They wouldn't need an explanation. They would know just what it's like to be someone like me. Where did you come from, Grandpa? Where have you been? Could you be the unknown factor in this crazy equation that I am stuck in?
Dining room, a few days later. Sarah enters and begins studying at the table. Judy comes through carrying a bedpan.
Phew. The doctor says he's improving. I can't wait till he can walk to the bathroom. Hard at work, I see. You like Dennis, don't you?
He's helping me see algebra in a whole new way.
I bet.
Judy empties the bedpan in the bathroom and returns.
Mom,
What?
you're doing it again.
What?
Humming that song.
Oh, sorry, I guess it reminds me of a happier time.
Yeah, me too. The time before I realized how weird I was.
Oh, Sarah.
I'm sorry.
For what?
It's all my fault.
Sarah, it's not your fault. Your dad and I have our own problems.
Right. Caused by me.
No! I mean, yes, we have some disagreements about you, but your dad has his own issues.
No kidding. Like, why is he so upset about Grandpa being here? It's like he really hates him or something.
Honey, you should really...
Talk to your dad. But he won't tell me anything.
I think he will, when he's ready.
But the anger is now. And Grandpa's here now. I feel it all. It hurts, and I'm stuck in this apartment, and I can't get away from it, from all of you. Maybe if I could understand what's going on, I would feel less crazy.
Sarah, you're not crazy. You haven't been sleeping well for weeks, and now you're getting overstimulated. Why don't you go to your room and take a little nap? Or do some of the relaxation exercises that Dr. Pascal taught you?
They don't work, Mom. This is my family, too. I need to know.
I hear you, but first you need to quiet yourself or you'll have to take a pill.
I told you I won't take those pills anymore. They make me feel dumb. I'd rather be dead.
Therapist's office.
She didn't say anything about suicide. She said she'd rather be dead than take her medication.
Great. I'm gone for a few days, and look what happens.
You need to talk to her, Brian. She feels all this mysterious rage bouncing around the apartment.
Mysterious rage? It's not mysterious, Judy. The man screwed up my life, and you brought him into our home. Can you see why it would be best for Sarah to be away from us, from this? She needs to be under professional care.
Den. Aaron startles awake.
Where is my fiddle?
Sarah runs in from her room.
What?
My violin, where is it? Gotten you. What did they do with it?
Mom! Where's Grandpa's violin?
In the coat closet, honey. Why?
Oh, nothing. I just think he wants to see it.
Sarah rushes out and comes back with the tattered violin case. She lays it beside Aaron on the bed.
A shane of dank.
Grandpa, why were you standing out there every night? Why didn't you just ring the bell?
How old are you, child?
I'm going to be 16 in a few weeks.
I thought so. Maybe with God's help it isn't too late.
Too late for what?
Sarah, Dennis will be here in a few minutes.
Oh, right! I forgot. Grandpa, you have to explain this. Only later, okay?
Go away. Go have your fun. Maybe I'll still be breathing when you're done.
Oh, Grandpa.
Sarah runs to her room and gets ready. Doorbell.
I'll get it.
Dining room. Sarah opens the door. Dennis is standing there in full skater regalia, skateboard under his arm. His knee is bleeding.
Hello.
Hi.
Sarah sees the blood and starts to contract.
Oh, no, please. It's okay. It doesn't hurt at all.
Liar.
Sarah runs out. Dennis awkwardly tries to stop the blood from dripping to the floor. Judy enters.
I'm sorry, Dennis. She just can't stand. Let me get you something for that.
Sarah runs in with a first aid kit and pulls him to a chair.
Well, you seem to have things under control here. I need to do some errands. I'll be back in an hour or so.
Judy leaves.
I usually can't stand blood, but yours doesn't seem to bother me so much. It's pretty nasty. How did you...
I thought I would better understand the sociological implications of the costume if I actually participated in its implied activity.
Let me guess. You've never skated before?
No, I've watched some videos. I thought I understood the physics involved, but the forces are quite unpredictable.
Those unpredictable forces will get you every time. You're a real loon, aren't you?
Like the bird?
No, more like a lunatic, or the old Looney Tunes cartoons I used to watch with my dad when I was little.
Oh.
It's kind of nice, actually. It makes me feel more normal.
Images from Sarah's nightmare flash intermittently.
No, not now!
What is it?
Sarah's movements become tortured.
Is it a seizure?
Dennis wraps her in his arms.
You're okay. You're okay.
No! I'm not! I'm a freak! You have to leave, now!
But I didn't mean to...
Sarah runs out of the room, leaving Dennis dumbfounded. He collects his things and leaves. Den. Sarah enters. Aaron tosses in bed.
I'm right here. What were you dreaming, Grandpa?
They were trying to pull me down. They are always trying to pull me down into the dirt.
Oh my God.
Into the earth.
I don't believe this. Who, Grandpa? Who was trying to pull you down?
I don't know. I don't know. I used to have that terrible dream every night when I was a young man.
Are you in a forest? Grandpa, I think I've been having the same dream.
What are you rattling on about? Can't you let an old man rest?
I used to have that terrible dream every night when I was a young man. That's what you said.
Said, lying in my bed. All these words swirling in my head. You must please excuse me, my dear, if I seem less than sincere. Because I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not.
Not what?
I'm not exactly myself today, nor for that matter was I yesterday. In fact, I cannot remember a day when I felt entirely myself.
I don't get it.
If I said you were the Queen of Sheba, would you believe me?
Of course not.
If I said that a dog was a cat, would you believe that?
No.
I see. You can't take what I say so seriously.
But this is serious.
Serious, schmerious, life is so mysterious. Now sing it with me. I'm not exactly myself today.
But I thought when you grow up, you always feel like yourself.
That's a good one.
So how do you know when you're yourself?
Did I say I knew? Can you tell me?
Maybe it's when you feel normal, comfortable, like you belong.
Belong to what? And what, by the way, is normal?
Why do you keep answering my questions with other questions?
And why do you keep asking questions that only you can answer? Enough! Let's take a break from life's big riddles and sing. I'm not exactly myself today.
I'm not exactly myself today.
Nor for that matter was I yesterday.
Nor for that matter was I yesterday.
In fact, I cannot remember a day when I felt entirely myself.
Grandpa, about your dream. I need to know the truth.
The truth? You want to know the truth?
Yes.
The real truth is I need very badly to go to the bathroom.
Aaron does some mincing little dance steps.
What are you doing? Take it easy.
Let the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a little step in your step. Try it. You like it. I'm not exactly myself today, nor for that matter was I yesterday. In fact, I cannot remember a day when I felt entirely myself.
Sarah mimics his movements as they shuffle along. Aaron gets through the bathroom door and closes it behind him.
Grandpa, you never answered my question.
Didn't you say you could read my thoughts?
I think I can only hear what you want me to hear.
Thanks to God for that. This right now you don't want to hear. It's been weeks since I had my tuchus on a toilet.
Ew, gross.
Life is made of small pleasures, my dear.
The toilet flushes. Sarah helps Aaron back to bed. He closes his eyes. Sarah quietly picks up the violin case and takes it back to her room. Sarah lays the violin case on her bed, puts her hands on it, and closes her eyes. The dream forest appears. Aaron tosses in his bed. The front door opens. Brian enters, closing it loudly behind him. Sarah quickly takes her hands off the case. The images fade. Den. Aaron wakes. He notices the violin is gone.
Gott verschiltenes, where is it now?
Sarah hides the violin under her bed. Aaron tries to get up and knocks the lamp over. Brian enters.
What are you doing?
He tries to help Aaron get back into bed. Aaron pushes him off.
Hey, what? Do you need the bathroom?
Aaron mimes playing the violin.
Your fiddle. You want your fiddle? I've never understood what the big deal is with that old fiddle. I remember once when I was little, I was messing around with the case, and you came in drunk as usual and smacked me. It hurt, but at least it felt like something I did was important enough for you to notice.
Aaron reaches toward Brian.
What? What do you want from me? I'm glad you can't talk, so I don't have to hear you rattle on again with your lame excuses. There is no excuse for what you did. If it weren't for Judy, I would not have you in my house.
Brian leaves the room.
Brian.
Brian hesitates, then keeps going.
Sarah, come here right now.
She gets the violin from under the bed and takes it to Aaron.
Thief, my granddaughter, my own flesh and blood, stealing from me.
I wanted to see it. Something happens when I...
A person could ask.
Oh, Grandpa, I'm so sorry.
Okay. You made a mistake.
Who is she?
She who?
The girl in the red dress.
No. How can you know that? I've never told anyone.
Please, Grandpa, she's in my dream. She's always running away through the trees, and then I fall, and all these hands, they try to...
Continue. Maybe it's already too late.
Too late for what? Tell me!
The curse.
The curse?
Shh. Never say that word. Many years ago, when I was playing at a nightclub.
Sarah closes her eyes. On the screens, backstage at a Russian nightclub. Live action, a younger Aaron enters carrying his fiddle. He is approached by the club fortune teller.
Where did you learn that tune you were playing?
Back in the old country, I guess.
You guess. It is a tune very few would know, especially not a gajo. Come here. I must read your palm.
No, thanks. That's not necessary.
Ah, just what I thought. You and your family are in grave danger.
Look, this is ridiculous. I am not some country bumpkin here.
I don't care what you are. I must tell you this. Many years ago, a man put a curse on you and your descendants.
A curse on me?
Shh! Speak that word no more. It will only increase your misfortune. Ah, the you-know-what is actually on your...
Younger Aaron and the fortune teller freeze. We're back with Sarah and Aaron in the apartment.
On your what?
Aaron shakes his head.
But who? Who would be so angry at you?
Ah, that's the $1,000,000 question.
You didn't know anyone who was angry at you?
I didn't say that. I'm sure plenty of people had a bone to pick.
Like my dad? Why is he so...
Please, Liebchen. My brain is already holding on by a thread here. Oi, where was I?
Someone who was angry at you.
Ah, yes. She said it was a powerful Roma man.
A man from Rome?
No, Roma is the proper name for the people we call gypsies.
So, did you know a Roma man?
That was the problem. I did not. Ugh, it is useless.
We'll never figure this out if you don't give me more information. What exactly is this thing?
This thing is that all my female descendants, when they reach the age of 16, will...
Will what?
Something terrible will happen to them.
What? What will happen?
Unfortunately, that she didn't tell me.
Oh, great. First, I have to deal with being a freak my whole life. Then I get your crazy nightmares every night. And now, just in case that wasn't enough, I've been cursed.
Oh, my child, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to tell you. The thought that something I did so long ago would cause you harm has haunted me since you were born.
It's okay, Grandpa. I've been feeling something bad was going to happen. Did she tell you how you could remove it? This thing?
She said I have to make amends to the one I offended. But a lot of good that does, since I have no idea who that is or what I did.
Grandpa, the girl in the red dress, who is she?
I don't know.
You don't know? I don't get it. This doesn't make sense. Why would you dream about someone over and over if you didn't know them? And how could you make someone so angry and not remember who they are and what you did?
There is a little something else. Something about me you should probably know.
What?
I am a fraud.
What?
The front door opens. Judy enters carrying packages.
Sarah!
Aaron puts a warning finger to his lips. Sarah goes back to her room.
Brian,
What?
I could use some help putting stuff away.
I have to finish this contract revision for a real pain-in-the-ass client. What's for dinner?
I'm not sure yet.
I'm starving.
And hello to you, too. Oh, thanks for asking. My day was fine. I love emptying bedpans. Damn! I can't take this anymore.
Judy slams a can into a cupboard. Sarah flinches.
Once I was such a good sport, rolling with the punches, going with the flow, waltzing through all the crunches. Omega to his alpha, never raised my voice, stifled all my needs, made everything his choice, swallowed all the disrespect and condescension. How did I take all that shit? Oh, did I forget to mention nice? I used to be so nice. always a smile upon my face, with a quiet grace, so nice, kind. I used to be so kind, always a sweet word on my lips, giving helpful tips, so kind. Now something comes over me, a thundercloud dark and rumbling. I'm saying things I never would before, not worried what anyone thinks anymore. It's a powerful feeling that I can't ignore. Neat. I used to be so neat. Always a need to organize by color and size, so neat. There's nothing wrong with living in harmony, but the dust that we sweep under the rug is suffocating me.
Brian comes out of the bedroom carrying his briefcase.
Where are you going?
I can't work with all your noise. I'll eat out.
Brian exits. Judy smashes a jar on the floor. Sarah comes into the kitchen.
Oh, sorry, sweetie. Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess. Are you?
Oh, I guess I've been holding a lot in.
You think? Mom, how much do you know about Grandpa? I mean, about his past.
Not much, actually. When I started dating your dad, I thought Aaron was a very charming, funny man, but somehow sad underneath. He played violin in a nightclub downtown, and he had to drink with the customers and ended up having a bad alcohol problem. It was very hard on your dad. The night you were born, Aaron got very upset, and the next morning he left. Just took off. We never understood why.
Didn't Grandma Rose know?
Well, maybe. She would never say anything about it. A few months later, she got very sick and died. He showed up at the funeral, kept his distance, though. Your father and he had a big argument. It got really ugly, and your dad...
Sarah closes her eyes. On the screens, the lobby of a funeral parlor. Live action. Brian and Aaron are arguing.
Are you drunk? Has all that vodka finally fried your brain? At least tell me the truth.
I'm trying to tell you. I just can't tell you everything because it would only make things worse.
So you were gallivanting around Eastern Europe on some mysterious wild goose chase that you can't talk about while Mom lay dying?
Not a goose chase. I needed to find out something very important about the past that could affect the future of our family. Of your family.
You must be out of your mind thinking you could show up here and use some crazy excuse to... Tell me the truth or get the hell out of here.
Aaron looks at him, then leaves. Back in the apartment, Sarah opens her eyes and takes a deep breath.
So Dad still doesn't know why Grandpa left?
He won't talk about it. That's a pretty touchy subject for him.
Seems like everything's a touchy subject for him these days.
He's having a hard time. He'll get through it.
Are you sure?
Actually, I'm not. But I'm hoping.
Thanks, Mom.
For what?
For being honest with me.
Judy opens her arms. They hug. Sarah leaves. Judy sweeps up the broken glass. Den. Sarah enters.
Why did you say you're a fraud, Grandpa?
Everything about me before I was 16 is a lie.
What? Why?
Because I remember nothing before that. I had no past, so I made one up.
But why didn't you remember?
If I could remember why I couldn't remember, I wouldn't have had such a problem.
So that's why you didn't really know what the fortune teller was talking about. And when I was born, and it turned out I was a girl...
I went back to the village where my papers said I was born to try and find some answers, but all the Jewish people were gone.
Why Why didn't you tell anyone why you were leaving?
The gypsy said that telling people makes the you-know-what more powerful. Even by being near you, it's probably getting stronger.
That's why you were staying out on the street every night.
I wanted to be close in case I could help, but not close enough to make things worse.
You are not making it worse, Grandpa. This is how you can help. Working together, maybe we can find the solution. I think the dream came back to you when I touched the violin case. Maybe if I hold the actual violin, we could see more clearly and—
No! There might be things you shouldn't see. Why should you suffer?
I'm already suffering, Grandpa. I have your blood inside me. It's my past too. Look at us. What have we got to lose?
Okay, all right.
Sarah helps him, but it won't open.
Oi, verschiltenes. I forgot it's locked.
Can't we pry it open somehow?
No, it's a very delicate old instrument. I must have left it in my room. It's simple. You will just have to go downtown and find it.
Simple? I can't do that. Maybe my mom can go.
Your parents mustn't know anything about this.
You don't understand.
Ach, Liebchen, of course I understand. It's fear. You think I don't understand fear? I've been afraid my whole life.
Afraid of what?
Mostly of what I don't know about myself. Afraid I did something so terrible to have to forget everything. Sarah, beware what fear can do to a person and to the people around them.
What did fear do to you? Tell me.
Fear, a twisted orchard rooted in my chest. I feasted on the bitter fruit till I lost the taste for love.
Grandma and my dad? You didn't love them?
Fear, a house of mirrors, invited me to rest. I hid within those icy walls till I only saw myself. Oh, the years I've wasted letting fear rule my heart. Precious years I've wasted. But for you, it's just the start.
But the world is too much for me.
Fear, the voice of reason, always knows what's best. Only wants to keep you safe as it steals your finest dreams.
I get it, Grandpa, but all I do is try. When fear grabs me, I get paralyzed. Feels like I can't breathe and walls are closing in. Grandpa, help me. Seems I'll never win.
How can I help you, Sarah? I can't even help myself.
Grandpa, how can I go out and face the world when I don't even understand what's going on in my own apartment?
Dear Sarah, if everyone who didn't understand what was going on in their own apartment stayed home like you, the streets of New York would be empty. Sarah, you have helped me understand that we have a chance to beat this thing. We don't have much time, you must go right now.
You're not listening to me. I can't. I won't.
Sarah storms out. Sarah's room. Sarah enters, pacing like a trapped animal.
There must be someone else who can do this. I had no idea what I was getting into. There must be someone else. I can't do this. I can barely make it through a day inside now. I would love to be the one who helps my grandpa find his path. screws it up, whose strength won't last. What can I do? Fluffy, give me an answer, tell me. What should I do? Dragon, give me the answer, help me.
Sarah's stuffed animals appear on stage, large and ominous.
We're part of you that's familiar, 'cause you can count on. Like glue, we hold you together, Sarah.
I don't believe this.
Don't bother trying to change. You can't escape us. We'll keep you just as you've been, Sarah.
Can I get a break?
I took in all your fear, your love and anger. I was your friend, 'cause no one else would be. There's no use telling yourself you're getting stronger. I know how badly you still need me.
On the screens, a third grade class picture.
Polly? Patty? Mrs. Savino?
Strange little girl, never plays well with others, doesn't belong in a normal school.
We play with you just because our mothers say that we have to, 'cause you're a fool, you're a wimpy, a weirdo, and you always will be a wimpy weirdo, and you always will be a wimpy
I won't let
weirdo.
your tired old lines distract me. You can say whatever you want to say. I am going right out there to find it. You just better stay out of my way.
Sarah, you must be careful not to overreach.
Oh, Mom.
We must all know our limitations, and I blame myself for you being this way, the way you are.
Sarah, you are just giving in to fantasy.
Daddy, please.
Get a grip, you're much too dramatic, and it hurts me so when you act this crazy. Please stop right now.
Dad, this is not helping.
Sarah, don't you let them hold you back. They are just scared to lose you.
Grandpa, I won't let them hold me back. I know just what I have to do. The key, I will find the key. I know it's out there somewhere. The key, it's me. I will set us free. So much is depending on me. The key, I will find the key. I know it's out there somewhere. The key, the key, the key, the key.
Sarah grabs her backpack, leaving her taunters behind. She reaches the front door and stands looking out. On the screens, synapses fire mixed with flashes of a scary, overwhelming world. Sarah starts to rock.
Too much, too much, too much.
Using one of her rocking motions as propulsion, Sarah steps out and slams the door behind her. End of Act 1. Act 2. On the screens, synapses fire mixed with flashes of a scary, overwhelming world. Exterior, Sarah's apartment building. Sarah exits the building. Her body starts reacting to the feelings of the passers-by.
Too much, too much, too much, too much. Oh no. Ah. Much, too much, too much, too much, too much.
Too much, too much, too much immigration.
Much, too much, too much, too much, too much.
Oh, too much, too much, too much constipation.
Too much poverty, too much crime.
Too much Viagra.
Too much slime.
Too much information. Much, too much, too much, too much, too much.
Too much, too much, too much.
Fornication. Much, too much, too much, too much, too much.
Too much, too much, too much medication. Too much noise, too much stress,
too much heartbreak,
too much mess.
too much stimulation.
Being a human is getting way too complicated. Life on this planet will soon be terminated.
Leave me alone, please go away. Keep your pain to yourself and have a nice day. I feel all the things that bother you. It's not that I don't care. I have to get downtown right now. Don't have the time to spare.
You think that you're so special? So sorry to slow you down. The world is an ocean of emotion. Learn to swim or you will drown. Calculation.
Too much. Brain causes me such pain. My brain causes me such pain. My brain causes me such. All the years I wasted letting fear rule my heart. Precious years I wasted. All the years I wasted letting fear rule my heart. Precious years I wasted. No more!
Sarah tears herself away from the group and hurries off down the sidewalk. They're left reaching after her. Erin's room. Sarah searches for the key but can't find it. She's about to leave when she sees a small photo album. On the screens, pictures of her dad, grandpa, and grandma at many different ages. As she turns the pages, something falls out onto the floor.
The key.
Exterior apartment building. An anti-war protester in camouflage garb and a beard carries a big sign, Vets Against All Wars. The Bible says, "Thou shalt not kill." Sarah comes striding down the sidewalk.
Sarah? What? You're outside? Amazing!
Dennis, I did it. I can't believe it. I did it.
I was so worried about you. You were gone for such a long time.
That's funny. Didn't feel long to me.
Interesting. Well, time is relative. Einstein said that the future is inevitable because...
She gives him a gentle kiss.
Was that inevitable?
Yes, Einstein would say that all time happens simultaneously, so that particular event actually exists alongside the time before we even met.
But I didn't even know I was going to do it until a split second before I did.
She kisses him again more deeply.
How about that?
I don't exactly, actually, I need another.
Dennis pulls off the beard and kisses her passionately. Over his shoulder, Sarah sees something and pulls away.
Whoa, my dad's coming. I have to get upstairs.
Sarah runs into the building. Interior apartment. Sarah comes in and quickly goes to her room. Brian arrives, goes into his room, and comes out with a suitcase.
Sarah?
Yeah?
Come here, please.
Sarah comes out of her room acting like she was just taking a nap.
Sarah, it doesn't seem like Dr. Pascal has been able to help you, so we're going to have to try another approach. Soon.
Brian heads for the door.
Wait! I thought you should see this.
What? Where did you...
The buzzer sounds.
There's my cab.
He starts to hand the album back to Sarah.
No, it's for you.
Okay. Thanks. We'll talk more when I get back.
Brian exits. Sarah rushes to Erin. The den. Sarah enters.
Grandpa, look! I got it!
Erin quickly closes the violin case.
Such a mutig Mädel. I knew you could do it.
I don't... You said...
Ach, I remembered a little trick with the lock.
Trick? A little trick? You tricked me! How could you?
So sue me. An old grandpa wants to help his Liebchen get a little fresh air. Is that a crime?
Oh, you are such a... It was so hard.
And what did you learn?
I'm stronger than I think.
Ah, And so, my brave girl, are you ready?
Yes.
She opens the case and gently takes out the violin.
It's so beautiful. Okay, here we go.
Sarah reaches out and touches Aaron's hand. They close their eyes. Nothing happens.
I don't get it.
Maybe it's for the best.
Wait.
She puts the violin down and grabs the case. Searching the inside, she finds a slit in the lining. From deep inside, she pulls out a long cord of braided red cloth.
Whoa, this is intense.
Aaron looks at it fearfully.
What is this cord, Grandpa? Where does it come from?
The man on the boat said I was holding it when they found me. They couldn't pry it out of my hand.
Please, tell me more.
Waiting on the dock, I had a ticket in my pocket, but I couldn't say a word. And I couldn't remember anything, not anything, who I was or where I came from.
Here, take it.
No, Rose hid it away many years ago. She said it's what gave me those terrible dreams.
Sarah holds it closer to him. Like a magnet, it draws his hand.
Please, trust me, Grandpa. Hold the cord with me.
Aaron moans as the connection is made.
There. Good. Now, close your eyes.
The stage fills with fog.
Tell me what you see, Grandpa.
I can't see anything. Wait, what's that? Yes, I can see a forest. Sunlight filtering down to the trees. Smoke from a smoldering campfire rising on the breeze.
Yes, Grandpa. Yes, I can see it too. Keep looking.
Now I can see some children, hand holding hand as they circle around. Clothed in a rainbow of colors, barefoot on leaf-covered ground.
Yes, keep going.
I'm not sure I want to do this. I don't like the way I'm feeling. I'm too old now. Let's just leave this back in the past, where it belongs.
We have to find the answer, and it's all so beautiful.
I'm tired. I need to rest.
But it's been a mystery for so long.
Maybe better a mystery left unsolved.
Please, please. We need to know to release the you-know-what.
Ah, all right.
Yes. What do you see now?
A young man is playing the fiddle. A beautiful girl leaping right through the air. She's prancing and twirling around him, teasing with her long, wavy hair.
A loud buzzer sounds. Aaron and Sarah let go of the cord. It drops to the floor and the images disappear.
What happened? What was the terrible sound?
It's all right, Grandpa. My mom probably just forgot her key.
Sarah runs out.
A beautiful girl leaping right through the air, dancing and twirling around him, moonlight in her hair.
Oh, it was just UPS. They had the wrong apartment. Grandpa? Grandpa, are you all right?
Her name was Zinka. She was my first love. I want to see more, Sarah. I have to see more.
I'm sorry, Grandpa. I was being selfish. You need to rest. We should wait for another time.
No, maybe there won't be another time. Please, Sarah, I have to know everything now.
Sarah picks up the cord and they hold on to it. The forest, late afternoon. Aaron and Sarah watch from the edge of the stage as memories reveal themselves in a series of blackouts. Dusk, Aaron, 17, carrying a pack and his violin, moves through the forest. In a clearing, he sees a large pile of dirt at the edge of a deep hole. Night, the sound of trucks approaching. Frightened, young Aaron retreats, crouching behind a tree. Headlights and flashlights shining sporadically are the only source of light revealing snippets of the action. The trucks pull up, doors slamming and orders being shouted. Children whimper as they are unloaded. Zimka, in her red dress, is taunted by several soldiers. Aaron stands and starts to move toward her. She breaks free of a soldier's grip and starts to run. Another soldier catches her and pushes her against a tree. He pulls up her skirt. Aaron is paralyzed with fear. Zimka knees the soldier ferociously in the groin and runs. The soldier shoots with his handgun. Zimka falls. A loud order is given. Bursts of machine gun fire and screams of children echo through the dark forest. Blackout. Forest clearing, hours later. A cool shaft of moonlight illuminates the clearing. All is quiet. There is a mound of dirt where the hole used to be. A pile of the children's clothing and shoes are at the side. Young Aaron sits on the mound in a deep state of shock, softly humming. He methodically tears Zimka's red dress into strips and braids them into a cord. Sarah steps out of the shadows.
How could they? Why would they? I don't understand. I don't understand. They were children, doing no one harm,
Old Aaron slowly approaches his younger self.
Grandpa, how can we live in a world where people do this to each other?
Aaron reaches out and is about to touch young Aaron's shoulder. He puts his hand to his chest and collapses.
Grandpa!
Blackout. In the dark, the phone rings. Voicemail picks up.
Hi. I got your message when I landed. I tried to get a flight back, but the storm is really bad here and they just closed the airport. Look, I'm sorry I've been so... I'll get back as soon as I can.
He hangs up. Living room. Judy knocks at the door to Sarah's darkened room. Aaron's bed in the den is empty.
Sarah? Sarah, please. I'm worried about you.
She tries the door. It's locked.
Sarah, you know we have a rule about this. Unlock your door right now.
The doorbell rings. Judy goes to answer it.
Hi.
Hi, Dennis.
She looks him over.
Yeah, just plain old me. I finished the project.
Listen, Dennis. Sarah's grandpa collapsed. She's locked herself in and hasn't said a word since the ambulance left. I don't know what to do. I hate to leave her, but I've got to get to the hospital. Brian's out of town.
Don't worry, Miss Whitstein. I can stay with her.
Thank you. Maybe she'll talk to you.
Judy rushes out. Dennis knocks on Sarah's door.
Hi, Sarah, it's Dennis. May I come in? Sarah? Please, I'm sorry about your grandpa. I need to talk to you about something. Something personal. Please, let me in.
The door opens. Dennis enters. The room is lit by one candle. Sarah, in a red dress with a kerchief on her head, slowly dances, carving circles in the dark.
Whoa. I need to talk to you, Sarah. Can you stop? I guess not. Okay. I wanted to talk to you about what happened the other day when you kissed me and I kissed you back. And as your tutor, it's completely unprofessional and unethical for me to...
She twirls close to him.
Whoa. I hereby officially resign as your tutor.
He reaches out and tries to grab her, but she twirls away.
Sarah, I'm experiencing very deep...
Zimka.
What?
I am Zimka. Can you tell me, please, what country I am in?
What?
I am Zimka. Have you seen a boy who plays the violin?
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm confused. Is this a game of some sort, or...
Can you help me? I have come so very far. I am lost here. Can you tell me who you are?
I'm really not sure what's going on here.
I was floating far away in timeless space. Then something pulled me and I ended up here, in this place. I look different now. It is very confusing.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but you're freaking me out here.
I've never met anyone like you, Sarah.
Zimka.
There's nothing normal that you do, Sarah. Just when we're getting familiar, you turn into someone else.
Someone else?
My neural network's crashing, fuse about to blow. All warning lights are flashing and reading you. My comprehension is dangerously low. But whoever you are, I think I love you. Wherever you are, I need to be. Whenever you're near, my heart starts thumping. Whoever I am, I hope that you can love me. There is no equation that explains this invasion. All logic is left far behind.
I have no idea what you are
I
talking
tried to
about.
resist you, but then when I kissed you, I was shocked how much I actually enjoyed losing my mind.
I am feeling pretty crazy myself.
Wherever you are, I think I love you.
I am Zimka.
Wherever you are, I need to be.
Have you seen a boy who
Whenever
plays
you're
the
near,
violin?
my heart starts
country am I in?
thumping.
Nothing is the same. I do not even know your name. Where is my freedom? I have to stick
around to
see. Look, you seem very nice, but I am looking for Fiedel. It's been such a long time since I've seen him.
Kitchen next day. Judy is cooking, humming to herself. The front door opens. Brian enters with his bags.
Ugh, I can't believe it. 23 hours to get from Cleveland to New York in a rental car full of jerks.
Well, I'm glad you're home safe.
Brian watches as Judy rolls out some dough.
What are you doing?
Making blinis for Zimka.
Zimka?
Our daughter is now Zimka. She's a gypsy dancer who hails from Bessarabia.
Wait, what?
So I'm learning how to make blinis, which I figure Fiedel will also appreciate.
Fiedel?
Mm-hmm. That's what Zimka insists on calling your father. It seems they were very close back in the old country.
What?
Oh, and the hospital just called. In spite of his weakened heart, they're releasing him tomorrow. Dennis, you might be happy to hear, has finished his project and is now quite normal looking, which frankly I find disappointing.
What is going on? Have you lost your mind?
Just going with the flow.
No. This stops right now. I will not have this insanity in my house.
Oh, you will not have it? Oh, where were you when the shit hit the fan? Ooh, absent as usual. Look, Brian, this insanity is what life's handing us right now. Might as well try to have a sense of humor about it.
Zimka enters, twirling in her red dress. She sees what Judy's making.
Ah, wonderful.
She looks at Brian curiously.
Oh, excuse me. Zimka, this is my husband, Brian. Brian, Zimka.
Zimka smiles and bows slightly. Brian looks at her in disbelief.
Judy, we had an agreement, and since things have clearly gone from bad to worse, it's time to make the call.
This is your daughter and your father we're talking about.
I will not be part of your codependent, enabling bullshit.
Oh, really? You didn't object to my codependent bullshit as long as you were the one benefiting from it.
If you're refusing to keep your word, I'm out of here.
He picks up his bags and starts to leave. Judy forcefully steps in to block him.
Whoa! You're always doing this.
Judy throws off her apron and turns off the stove.
My turn.
She grabs her purse and walks out the front door. Brian, in shock, watches her go. Zimka smiles.
So, you are Friedel's son. It is so good to meet you. I am very excited that he will be here soon.
Brian turns and looks at her. Blackout. The den, later that night. Brian sits on the couch. On the screens, flashes of old family pictures from the photo album. Brian gets to his feet.
I stand my ground, and I don't move. I've got my story, and I'm sticking to it. There's nothing new that you can prove. I've got my story and I'm sticking to it. It's always helped me keep everything in line. Safe from the chaos, one truth that's truly mine. I stand my ground, won't budge an inch. I've got my story and I'm sticking to it. My feet are tired, my shoes they pinch. But it's my story and I'm sticking to it. If there's one thing that I know, it's that you caused all this pain. Your selfish desires wrote my life's refrain. So many years ago, I made this solemn vow. Since I can't trust you, I won't trust anyone. I stand my ground, and I won't move. I got my story, too late to change it now.
Zimka enters. The pictures fade.
Oh, I didn't know you were up.
I could not sleep. I felt so strongly what you were...
I'm sorry. I don't usually let myself...
Do not worry. It is normal. People have much inside that needs to be heard and felt by others.
It must be very painful for you to hear, to feel all that.
Yes, but it is how I have always been. And sometimes I can help people. I am sorry that Fiedel seems to have caused you so much pain. He had a very difficult...
You remind me of my daughter, Sarah. She's hurting, and I don't know how to help her. I'm her dad, and I'm failing her. I should be able to protect her from painful things.
I understand, but I do not think you can really protect her from these things. Love her. Believe in her. That, I think, is the true job of parents, to believe in their children. They feel this belief in their bones, and it helps them grow strong. What is it that you are so afraid of, son of Fiedel?
I'm sorry. This is too strange. I can't.
Brian leaves. Apartment, next day. The wind is howling outside. An ambulance driver is propping Aaron up in his hospital bed in the den. Brian is at the front door.
I've never seen weather like this.
Yeah, it did some serious damage in Cleveland. Don't I get some paperwork or something?
The office will send you the invoice.
I'm sure they will.
Driver exits. Brian enters the den.
Ah, you don't know how glad I am to be out of that Meshuggah hospital.
What the... You're singing?
At first, it was only in my head, but Sarah, bless her heart, could hear me. Now, with a little work, I can do it out loud.
Just full of surprises, aren't you? I have to go to the office in case the storm takes the power out. By the way, Fiedel, what happened to Aaron?
He died.
Oh, really? Where? In the hospital?
No, in Bessarabia. He was my cousin. I was given his papers and his ticket.
Why didn't I hear about this before?
Because I didn't know.
Didn't know? This is bullshit!
Thanks to your amazing Sarah, my past and my real name have been returned to me. Please, Brian, I must help you understand why I had to...
Why? Why, thanks to you, my daughter now thinks she's someone else? It wasn't enough that you screwed up my life. Now you have to screw up hers?
Brian leaves, slamming the front door. Zimka enters.
What am I feeling? Oh my God! Zimka, is it you?
Yes. Fiedel, I am here.
Fiedel turns and sees her. She runs and throws her arms around him.
Oh, Zimka, in the flesh. But how?
Please, Fiedel, it is a gift. Don't question. Your heart called out to me, and I am here.
All this time it was you in my dreams, but I couldn't remember. How could I ever forget you?
It was not your fault, Fiedel. You had a terrible shock.
Oh, Zimka, my love. All these years, something was missing. A place inside I couldn't fill. All these years I was in mourning. In hottest summer, my heart had a chill. The days passed so slow, but why I didn't know. My memory returned. This is what I learned. It was you. It was you I was missing. It was you, Zimka. It was you. It was you that was haunting my dreams. It was you, Zimka. It was you. It was you. It was you I was missing. It was you, Zimka. It was you. It was you that was haunting my dreams. It was you, Zimka. It was you.
I was out in the ether, but my spirit couldn't fly. Now I'm here with my beloved. We will never say goodbye. It was you. It was you who was calling. It was you, Fiedel. It was you. It was you. Kept me coming back to us. It was you, Fiedel. It was you. It was you. It was you who was calling. It was you, Fiedel. It was you. It was you. Kept me coming back to us. It was you, Fiedel. It was you.
My whole life I was afraid I had done something terrible. Now that I know, I am so ashamed.
My dear Fiedel, the soldiers were everywhere. How could you have saved me?
But I should have tried, even if I died trying. Oh, Zimka, how can you forgive me?
There is nothing to forgive. We were so young, living in a nightmare. It was not a crime for you to be afraid.
But Zimka, that is how the world becomes a nightmare. When people are so afraid, they hide shivering behind the trees. Behind the trees, like I did. Wait, the curse. That is why I was cursed, because I didn't. I couldn't.
No, Fiedel, it was not that. Do you remember my father?
Yes. He taught me to play the fiddle just like him, to bring joy to the music.
You were the best student he ever had.
We had to hide our love from him.
When he found out, he was beside himself.
Zimka's voice
He couldn't
fades.
believe-
Fiedel and Zimka look on as a clearing in a forest. Danyor, the man with the dark hair, enters in a rage.
How dare you, Fiedel? I trusted you, yet you've taken my Zimka's heart. This is strictly forbidden, and you know it. Just 16, and now my Zimka is ruined forever. With all the power passed on to me by the elders, I curse you, Fiedel Wittstein. May all your female descendants' hearts be broken, their spirit crushed on their 16th birthday. Never shall they or you know peace or happiness. This is my curse on you.
Lights go down on the forest scene.
I continue, but he is long gone. I can never make amends. Now Sarah is doomed because of me.
Zimka brings Fiedel the violin.
He gave this to me.
Yes, it was a part of him. He loved you like a son. He puts the curse on you in a moment of fury. I know if he were here now, he would forgive you. But since he's not, to release the curse, you must do something even harder. You must forgive yourself.
Forgive myself? Impossible!
You were always so stubborn, Fiedel. So you haven't been perfect. So what? With all its problems, life is still a miracle, a blessing. That is what you can pass on to your descendants. You must choose.
Forgive myself? Let go of all my guilt. How can I escape this Frankenstein I built? I can't make amends to a ghost. But how can I forgive the person I hate the most? No, it's way too much. Where would I even start?
Oh, Fiedel, why are you being so negative? Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with
a single step. Maybe there's a little wiggle room here. Zimka, how could I not love you? Loving you is the one thing for which I could definitely forgive myself.
Very good, Fiedel. That might work. Okay, so now...
I hope that's enough, because I'm afraid that forgiving myself in general is a job that might take a century.
Okay, enough. Hold this violin to your heart and say it, Fiedel. Release yourself from the curse.
Zimka lights a candle.
Now, Fiedel.
I forgive myself for loving you and causing your father such pain. I release myself from the curse.
The candle flickers as a gentle breeze wafts through.
It worked. It's gone. The curse is lifted. I can feel it.
Yes, Fiedel. Oh, yes. You have done it.
I can finally be at peace. Now Sarah is saved.
Fiedel puts the violin down and looks at Zimka.
Come here, child.
Zimka comes closer. He takes her hands and looks deeply into her eyes.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah?
Yes, my beloved granddaughter, Sarah. Thank you for bringing Zimka back to me. Such a fiery, beautiful soul. Now it is time we must both let her go.
No.
Sarah, listen to what I'm saying. Canuck, enough of the past already. Let it go. You have your whole life ahead of you.
Zimka sighs, her body shifts, and she blinks hard several times.
Sarah?
Grandpa, you're talking.
Ah, there's my girl. Yes, it's coming back.
I don't understand. What happened? I was me, and then I was...
Some things aren't meant to be understood with our brains. We must accept them with our hearts.
But Zimka...
I am glad you were able to let her go. She will always be a part of you, as will I. But now you're going to have to let me go too.
No, I won't.
Thanks to you, Shainula, my heart is full. I am at peace. My time has come.
No, you can't. I won't let you. I need you. I'm still so scared.
Sarah, you have already proven how brave you can be. You will need to be brave many times in your life. I am counting on you to do that. Come here, Liebchen.
Fiedel wipes her tears away and wraps her in his arms.
It's you the world needs, Sarah. That huge heart of yours and your amazing gifts. You must go out, find a way to play your part in it.
Fiedel lets go of her and lies back.
I only wish that I could stay to see the wonderful things you will do with your life.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Grandpa! No!
She collapses on his chest, crying. Sarah's room, night, 1 week later. Sarah dances, expressing her grief. Brian opens the door and watches. Sarah sees him and stops.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
It's okay, Dad.
That was beautiful, what you were doing.
I miss Grandpa so much.
Sarah, I'm so sorry your grandpa's gone. Is there anything you need from me?
Actually, there is. Tell me a story. I'll close my eyes. Hand on my back, please. Send me sweet sleep. I need to sleep. Please fill my head up with fairies and gnomes. Industrious hamsters build fabulous homes. Kind-hearted dragons cry sweet golden tears. A magic elixir to wash away fears. Tell me a story, like when I was small. I need one now, please. Send me to sleep, sweet restful sleep.
I'll fill your head up
with fairies and gnomes. Industrious hamsters build fabulous homes. Kind-hearted dragons cry sweet golden tears, a magic elixir to wash away fears.
Sarah closes her eyes. Brian adjusts her covers and leaves the room. Sarah sits up in her bed.
No more nightmares, Grandpa. No more curse. But I still can't sleep, 'cause I wonder what I'm supposed to do. So much pain out there, Grandpa. So much fear. How I wish that you were here to help me through. Yes, Grandpa. There's also love. I will do my best to remember what I learned from you. Let a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a little shtick in your step. No one said it would all be smiles. Just keep that little shtick in your step. I wish that life were simple and I knew how the story would end. But life is so unpredictable. That's one thing on which we can depend. Let a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a little shtick in your step. As you face life's daunting trials, just keep that little shtick in your step.
This world will stop you in your tracks, paralyze you with dismay.
One foot in front of the other, a little style to help you make your way.
Actually, overcoming inertia can be a serious challenge.
Serious schmerious. Life is so mysterious.
Let a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a little shtick in your step.
Try if you like it.
Who said it would all be smiles? Just keep that little shtick in your step.
Life is such a blessing. It can also be a curse. Sometimes it seems the human brain was designed specifically to cause us pain. The gears that turn and grind and burn, the lessons we never seem to learn.
Fiedel, please.
Let a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a little shtick in your step. Who said it would all be smiles? Just keep that little shtick in your step. Keep that little shtick in your step. Keep that little shtick in your step.
All right already. Let's go.
Joining arms, the family dances in a circle as the storm outside intensifies. Lightning flashes. The lights go out, and they dance on in the